Hey y'all. Happy Monday. Happy Moon Day. Yeah, January 24th, 2022. Let's do a grace card reading. I hope everything's great in your area. In your little area. It is. In some beautiful way it is, okay? Because that's how we intend it. Thank you, Queen Amun-Ra, for that. Yeah, and you know, I know that I come on and I'm like the little perennially positive girl. But that's the whole point, you know? I don't come here to commiserate. I never have really gotten the deal with, group therapy. It doesn't make me feel better, personally, to know that other people share my emotional whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm a human being. I'm a human being. But yeah, that's not what I come here for. So, yeah, I just wanted you to know that. I come here to shine some light, share some love, I'm a lighthouse. That's the way it's supposed to be. So here I am. Let's just leave it at that one, okay? Yeah. And I was listening to an Alan Watts lecture the other night. And it's like something just boom, shakalaka. And it's not like I couldn't maybe have come to this conclusion on my own. But, you can't have one without the other. And the symbolism that stuck in my head was you cannot have the front side of a coin without the back side. It's like it's inseparable. So yeah, I got my shadow. I got my other side. But y'all don't need to see that. That's the stuff that I work on, and I work on, basically in private or, at the grocery store. When someone's being kind of mean to me. Yeah, we all got it, okay? But I'm a pretty positive person, so I hope that'll rub off on you a little bit. Let's do this first card for the collective energy, how we can better serve ourselves while we're trying to interact with each other, general populace. Yeah. I had a pretty solitary day. I didn't really have to worry about all that. So that's cool. Let's see what we got. All right, beautiful. Beautiful. Peace. Peace. When we balance silence with activity, we discover true peace of mind, the source of all joy and happiness. Yeah, the whole dealio in this life is balance, so that was a perfect opening. Gotta have one, gotta have the other. And the trick is to, not go too far one way or the other. I can be quite serious, when it's appropriate, I am. But I definitely try not to take things too seriously because, it is what it is. It's a matrix. We live in a concoction. And the beautiful thing about that is that we get a hand in co-creating it. We get a hand in concocting our reality via our thoughts and our projections and our reactions and our emotions. So yeah, I want that for you. I want you to have a nice harmonious balance, and I think that not most of the time, but a lot of the time, when we're just living normal lives, today is the start of the work week in most people's lives. It's Monday, so everybody dreads Monday. Except for me. Sorry. What could I say, man? This is one of my favorite days of the week. But, we need balance. We need balance. And so when we go out in the world and we go through lot is aggravating, a lot is challenging. So when you come here, I want it to be hopefully a little bit of a breath of fresh air from your day. And that much I can control. So I want you to have peace. I want to try and be really positive when I'm here, because that's the way we manifest more positivity. Not to get sucked down the negative drain, you know, and it's easy to do. It's easy to carry things, drag things around with you. Yeah, I know, but you know what? When you get to know yourself and get to love yourself, it's so much easier not to be wholly affected by other people and other assertions coming in, energies coming in, opinions coming in. Because at the end of the day, what really matters is how we feel about ourselves. That creates every single other thing out there, in there, everywhere. Yeah, and so peace of mind truly comes from just knowing yourself. Self-love, self-care. You know, like my mama said to me, consider the source if you're being weak. If shit's tickling a little too hard, you know, just consider the source. Remember who you are. You're fantastic. There's that thing in you that's made of grace. The embodiment of source, the strongest thing in your universe, is right inside. Yeah. So strike a balance. You know, if you have a hard day, come home and try to make it a point to do the opposite for yourself, whatever that entails. And it certainly doesn't entail sitting down in front of a negative movie or the negative news, or, you know, coming home to find fault in any way. If you have a home in the first place, that's a beautiful reason to be happy, to find your joy. It's not that the world is trying to destroy our joy. It's just weird how we have been programmed to be uncomfortable being happy, being a happy individual, you know? And I did have a thought process on that this morning. Of course, it's not here right now. But, you know, when it comes back around in long-term memory, I'll hit you with it. But, yeah. Oh, let me just show you this again, though. It's beautiful. And it's beautiful moon day colors. Right there, girls. Yeah. Mercurial blues and greens and, you know, black. Black is my favorite color. My art teacher would scowl right about now. It's not a color. It's all the colors. We love black. Okay, individual. This is your card, viewer. This is for the individual. In concert with this little production at this fine moment. I'm sorry, but apparently we all need to hear this. Patience. Patience. Trust in divine timing. Your future holds something far greater than your past. It has to. You know, I want to go in on something about there's no future. That's all about it now. But, you know, the eventual is, in our terms, located in our future. Okay. So, but yeah, you got to believe in yourself, and you got to believe that what's coming up is far greater than what has come before. And what came before is something to harmonize with you so that your future is far greater than your past. It has to be. You're a culmination of every single thing that you've been through. You know, that just mathematically to me sounds like, yeah, you're better. You're better today than you were yesterday. You're better tomorrow than you are today. Because hopefully you've learned something in this beautiful day, or appreciated something in this beautiful day. Heard something wonderful that you can carry with you tomorrow. You know? Yeah. So have patience. Have patience with every single thing. Have patience with yourself, most of all. And that will make it so much easier to have patience with others. And yesterday I kind of went off on a have patience with process trail. But yeah, you don't want to pull that cake out of the oven. If it's not ready, it ain't ready. It's not going to do you any good to sit there and watch it, you know, unless you're on like Chopped. Unless you really got to watch that thing if you're right there. You know, I'm just saying, have patience, because that's a hell of a lot easier on your nervous system than to be impatient. Seriously. Because things are going to take their own time. Divine timing is rolling with or without you. So you can buck and you can struggle, or you can not do that. You know, it's your choice. I think it would be a whole lot easier for you just to trust process, trust divinity, trust whatever it is that we come from, however you label it, because it's setting you up for success. And in the meantime, you know, that's the expression du jour is meantime. Why does it have to be the meantime? In the chill time, and in the chill time, you just chill and know it's gonna come, okay? Alright, shoot. Look at the color synergy. Now that is Moon Day coloring if I ever seen it. Come on with it. Yes, ma'am, ma'am. Yeah, trust in divine timing. How can you not? I'm so eloquent today, but seriously, I mean, okay? And when you balance your life, yeah, you gotta get busy, you gotta stay busy. At certain times in your life, and certain times in your world, it's appropriate to be busy. But yeah, find a balance. Create time for yourself to be quiet, to get away. And you don't have to, it doesn't have to cost any money, you know. One of my favorite tarot readers, Chris Rack, he was just talking about that the other day. He's like, you know, when I discovered he discovered going for a walk. You know, it doesn't cost anything. You can create time in your day, in your world, at night, whatever, to give yourself a break, to create some peace in your atmosphere, in your head. And it's really integral to creating what you really want in life. If you let the machine bear down on you 24/7 in your dreams, when you get up, you gotta go, and when you come home, you gotta do it. You gotta make yourself a priority somewhere along that merry line. Okay? I'm the first one to tell you to get up and get busy. And I'm going to be the first one to tell you to soften it up, slow down, turn off the noise, and let Source come to you and comfort you. And give you real information, good fuel that you can go, you know, your distance with. Alright, cool, Jack. I do want to say one quick thing about manifestation. I coined a phrase yesterday evening. So I want to get it out there so I can claim credit for it. No. Look, just like when you're eating your food, you've got 2 enzymes that will help your digestion. The first enzyme actually resides in your mouth. The other one is in your stomach, and there's probably a million others, but those are the 2 main components, and they activate each other for good digestion. That's why it's really important to chew slowly, chew thoroughly, and eat in peace so that you can do that. Because you need these enzymes to mix with those enzymes to have good digestion. Okay, and it's the same way with visualization when you're trying to manifest. And visualization can be very, very tricky. I won't go into that right now. I'm actually going to write something out that is a concise situation that I can impart to you on this thing, visualization. But the activation enzyme of visualization is, and this is, this is common knowledge for many of the beautiful readers that I have been exposed to in the last several months, and that's a great thing to know too, that yeah, I'm not alone. But it's you've got to feel it. You've got to find a way to feel it. And some people will tell you to go into the future and be your future self so that you can look back, and that's fine if you can do that. But a great way to do it also is just to allow your emotions to embrace your visualizations. Allow your body to feel your visualizations. When I was trying to recover, when I was in the throes of the early days, and I had not even gone outside of the house. Hadn't even gone out, well, I'd gone outside of the house, okay, once or twice, but I wasn't going out every day. It wasn't happening. But I knew that I wasn't dropping dead either, and so I had to aspire. I had to plant something in there. I had planted, of course, being me, all I could see for myself was going out to the golf course, being out on the fairway, striking a ball. And that's all well and good, and I had that picture in my head. It's just still me and used to have long hair, me and my long ass braid. Of course, I was barefoot because I hadn't worn shoes in a long, 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 long time. So in my visual, I was barefoot. And but when I engaged my sensories, when I engaged the physical with the mental, things started changing, so I call it feelization, okay? Feelization will bring the realization, okay? So what started happening for me is I started feeling the turf under my feet. I could feel the turf under my feet out there. I could feel the sun on me. And I hadn't been in the sun for years, okay? I could feel my club in my hands. So what did I do to back that up? I started forcing myself outside, yes I did, but not only that, instead of taking my walking stick, I took my pitching wedge or a sand wedge, depending on what I felt like I could carry that day. And I used it as a walking stick so that in case I was out in the yard and it was peaceful enough out there and I felt strong enough, I might start just half stroking, because at this point, I was not even able to do this without my heart reacting. I couldn't stretch, I couldn't do a lot of stuff, okay? But man, did things go on a fast track the minute I put the feeling into it, the minute I got my body into it, okay? So if you're going to do some visualization, try and do that for yourself. If you want to, like Rich Locke talks about, if you want a new car, well, go to a dealership and get in a new car and drive it, feel what it feels like. But also, remember how the steering wheel feels in your hands. And I take it even a step further. I think of all the other things as well, like remembering to make my car payment if you're making payments, and figuring in my new insurance, and having scenarios in my head where I pull into get gas and I'm on the wrong side of the pump because I'm used to the nozzle being on the other side of the ride that I'm already driving. You know, stuff like that. So you really got to craft it. You got to be the master storyteller. And you know, a master storyteller, you got all the juicy stuff. I heard a song this morning by Sheryl Crow. It's like, all I wanna do is have some fun. Okay, and but if you really listen to the lyrics of that song, I mean, it's sensational. You can feel into that song because she's such a great storyteller in that song. And that was a perfect example of what I was trying to get to. And I still may be doing the family circus thing with you. And for you youngsters who don't know what that is, you know, we used to have these things called newspapers. Sorry. And cartoons, which is my favorite part of the newspaper, all right? And there was this one called Family Circus, and this little kid named Jeffy, I think his name was Jeffy, and he was really just trying to go from here to here, but in between here and here, he'd be like, la 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 la, and finally get there. Okay, and I know I do that a lot here, and I apologize, but, you know, I feel like if I look back on this video and I feel like I haven't led you completely astray and I can bring it back home, then I'm good with it. But yeah, so get in there, be the master storyteller when you're trying to do these things, when you're trying to visualize. FEELIZATION. That's my term. Taking credit for it. Anyway, I appreciate you being here. Happy Moon Day. I hope it was good to you. I hope you took command of your day. And blessed evening from the Deep South Lair. All right? Take care of yourself. Okay? Strike a balance. Strike a pose. No. Strike a balance. You're busy all day. Get serene at night. Whatever. You know? If you're aggravated, try and find happy. Even yourself out, okay? Because when you're always over here, you're gonna get a crook neck. You're gonna be bent. You don't need to be bent. Stand up straight, shine your light. Take your place in the world as a very balanced individual. I want that for you. Please hit the thumbs up if you care to. Please share the video if you care to do that. And please subscribe if you're not subscribed. That way you can hit the notification icon, the little bell, and maybe you won't miss my uploads, and that'd be great. Okay, I'll see you later. I'm going to try this little clicker again. I really love this little clicker, and I'm sorry to do